April, May, June, July, the present. Oh, would you look at the date? It's, August 13th. And I held the contest 4 months ago. Can't you see the truth? Crapola. How could I make it up to you? How about... I got it. We could read a passage from Breaking Dawn. Edward, he didn't move. Edward. Yeah, I'm kidding. I'll do a little rap for you, okay? I think we should just get to the results. Not really results, they're more of like comments I had and like things I absolutely adored. I don't really have any winners. I don't like to choose winners because I just think that's stupid. I don't know. I can't do that. Because I'm just so nice and I feel bad. I feel bad really quickly. That's how I'm like Gemma, I think. I feel bad really a lot. I want to give a huge, gigantic, huge thank you to London, Taylor, Caitlin, and Heather for participating in this contest that happened months ago. The first person I'm going to talk about is Elwoods19, aka Caitlin. One thing I loved her interpretation is the rhythm. It flowed perfectly, like the dialogue that she spoke was just, it flowed amazingly. Extremely good with controlling like your vulnerability. It really showed through. Tone in your voice really showed Felicity's vulnerability that she has during that scene, because like one of the only times in the whole series where we see Felicity not as this charming, proud girl. Like she's really like broken and vulnerable in the scene, and I really thought that shined through in your acting. Another thing I loved was your accent. I thought your accent, like the diction you had, really was awesome. Your eyes were very like expressive. They didn't do like the whole Emma Watson thing, but they were kind of just like with the rhythm, they like flowed, they like it perfect. Like in your eyes, I could definitely, even though your eyes are I think brown or a different color than Felicity's, they're not gray, I could see like Felicity in your eyes. And I really think you had great, the thing I just loved was your rhythm. I just thought that was fantastic. Perfect rhythm. Like that's exactly how I imagine Felicity's ghost story to like go. Thank you so much, Caitlin, for entering the contest and waiting this bloody long for me to put up this results video that should have been up after it was over competition. But thank you. I also liked the ending, how you ended it. I thought that was pretty chilling. So I'm going to talk about Torque Girl, aka London. London, oh, I loved your Mary Dowd. I loved the way you presented it. When you like were performing, it was just so like, I'm just like, whoa, stay away, Mary, you're creepy. You were like a cross between Mary and Sarah. You kind of like, Sarah's like really like creepiness, like Alan Rickman. I saw in the sidebar, you're like, do I have Alan Rickman? I think, I wrote that down. Alan Rickman channeling. I did see some Alan Rickman channeling with the whole like moving in, like the whole Harry detention next month or something. I can't do Alan Rickman because I'm not him. I really liked the volume of your voice, the whole like turn your eyes, rise, palm sweat, does your breath feel like wild thing caged? I can't remember. Now with Fee's ghost story, I saw Fee, definitely. One person I saw was Nell. Holy crap, Nell, you are awesome, Nell. Hey, squirrel. You are a great Nell. I think if a Great Home Video ever gets made and they made Rebel Angels, Nell. Isn't a bad thing either that you sounded like Nell. Amazing thing that you sounded like Nell. Trust me. It's hard to accomplish. I'm Nell, I'm crazy. I fell at it miserably. Another thing I loved in your Mary Dowd was your accent. It was very, very like feathery light, and it was great. It wasn't like, I don't know, it just kind of came natural. I thought that was a great accent. By the way, London, what does Torque Girl like stand for? Breaking Dawn applauds you. I'm wondering why the cover is gone. Please click on the Choose the Right Key or Fail video and you will find out why it's gone. Next is Harley Shebam Quinn, aka Heather. Spirit Fingers. In the beginning, Heather's just like, hey Grace, I'm gonna do a video, and you know, Mary Dowd. I was gonna do Mary Dowd, but then this is like the 5th time I've done this, and she's just kind of like being herself, you know, talking. Shall I tell you a story? Like she becomes a different person, like she's possessed, which is great because it's hard to do. Like your eyes were just very expressive, and face, and it was intense. Very, it possessed us. Possessed us. The thing I quite liked about you, Heather, is that you kind of like had a lot of volume in your voice. Like you would like be like, shall I tell you a story? A new and terrible one? A ghost story? And you kind of just like pause in the right places. Like it wasn't like awkward to watch. Like sometimes when people are that expressive and that with their acting and that like intense, it's kind of awkward because they pause in the wrong places, but you didn't. You paused in the right places, which I really enjoyed. When you transitioned to the Mary Dowd story, I could tell the difference between the way you moved your facial expressions and the way you did your voice, and like you kind of changed your accent a little to be more kind of like creepy, and it wasn't as like loud, and that kind of was cool because like you kind of saw like a 3 different like thing. Like you saw you saw yourself, you know, you're just kind of like chilling, and then you're like whoa, and then and then Mary Dowd, when you're like kind of like London a little bit, kind of like London, but not really. It's cool to see like you being more intense than Caitlyn. Like Caitlyn was just kind of like vulnerable, and it was cool to see like Felicity's ghost story in a different perspective, and I think that's really cool. Quite Shebamtastic, if you know what I'm saying. Last but definitely not least is Charlize Theron, aka Taylor. I loved the editing. I loved it. Another thing I really loved was how you changed, like you had 2 different characters in there. Almost like actually 3. You had Mary writing the journal, then you had Gemma reading it, then you had the little top hat kid. I don't know. Is that a kid? I haven't read the book in a long time. I need to read it again. I'm reading The Sweetheart Thing right now, though, kind of. And I'm like falling in love with it all over again. And Kartik. And Gemma. Especially Gemma. I don't know why. Accent was so awesome for... I loved like the whole like saying you had like a twist on it, your own like dealio. Kudos on the lumberjack shirt. It wasn't really a lumberjack shirt, it was a really cute shirt actually. It was kind of like an anti-lumberjack shirt. Because you know like lumberjack shirts like have like blue in it too. They have like 3 different colors. And you only had 2. You only had red and black, I think. Extra stars for using Incompetech.com. Incompetech.com. I really like the ending too. Blue Steel Zoolander. So that is all I have to say about everything. Again, you guys all did wonderful. So for prizes, I have no idea. So, comments, rate, comment this video, subscribe. I'm on 84 subscribers. I keep losing one. Like it'll go to 85, then I'll lose it. And then it happened twice this month. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm kind of lame. So there is going to be a new Great and Terrible Beauty contest coming up, and I should get that video in very soon. Ideas on prizes, I could write you a letter, I could do a parody of a Joe Bro song to Simon Middleton. No. Actually, that'd be kind of cool, but no. Maybe. Goodbye everybody, goodbye.